Hello? Hello? Hello everyone, it's Michael of Megadrive Game Reviews, and you're watching Lawn Boys Post 1975.
Hey YouTube, Lawn Boys Post 1975. I don't know what I'm doing with my hand. The purpose of this video is 3 PMs were sent to me recently. So I guess this is viewers' mailbag. Sounded so lame. The first PM was saying, dude, we haven't seen your Marvel Universe collection in a while, so can you give us an update on that? That's true. I actually got a couple of editions that I didn't actually do an unboxing about, mainly because I got too lazy. The other one was telling me what he didn't like about my channel and suggestions that I could do to fix it. I say suggestions, he basically told me to stop putting non-video game related videos on here. I don't know, what do you think? And the other one was, dude, I've watched your channel for a while. I see Japanese Megadrive games behind you quite a lot. Can you list them all for us? Now, I wasn't gonna show them all off until I finished my collection, because I'm pretty sure most people, he probably doesn't know this, most people who watch my channel know that I'm trying to complete the Japanese Megadrive game collection I had when I was a kid. It's my midlife crisis. So I'm like 4 or 5 short, but the thing is, since I'm not on eBay anymore, because I'm still boycotting them, because I got hacked and they didn't really give a shit, I've kind of slowed to a snail's pace, pretty much cut my nose off to spite my face with the eBay thing. So yeah, it's taking a little bit longer to complete my collection, so you know what? I thought, let's do it. I'm going to show you my Marvel Universe collection, give you an update, and I'm going to show you my Japanese Megadrive game collection so far. Alright, these are in no particular order. DJ Boy. Sorry about the light. Got this for Christmas 1990. Absolutely loved this game. The thing is, it's another example of a game I played in the arcade, and the arcade version is utterly fantastic. And the Mega Drive port, I guess it's like how naive I was when the Mega Drive first came out, because you know, everyone, even reviewers and magazines, used to say arcade perfect, arcade perfect. And good as it was at the time, you know, it wasn't a powerhouse like some of the arcade cabinets were. But yeah, DJ Boy, a little bit disappointed when I got it home. Not that it ruined Christmas or anything, but yeah, this is an absolutely fantastic game. And if you can get this, get the Japanese one, because the Western one is heavily censored. There's some very interesting boss characters in this game, that's all I can say. And I got a copy of Virtua Racing. This thing, by the way, this thing cost me a £5 and it came still factory sealed and absolutely proper mint, yeah? This doesn't hold up so well now playability wise. It's by no means bollocks, but graphically it's a shame. This is the only time they ever used this chip. Graphically, this thing for a Mega Drive game is just absolutely phenomenal. Like, it blows the Super Effects chip on the SNES like out of the water. No, controversial, I know, but it does, seriously. Then you got one of my favourite arcade drivers of all time, Outrun. This is such a good conversion. Obviously this came out, there was the Master System one, then there was the PC Engine one. Master System version, by the way, is an absolute bang up job, but this came out quite late. I think, what was it? Came out in 1991. It says quite late, but obviously the arcade machine is 86, the PC Engine version is 87 I think, and the Master System version is 86, but really good conversion, especially the fact that all the classic music is in there, and it's still to this day some of the best music in the arcade and on that system. Then I got Crackdown. I got this very recently. I think Gauntlet with kind of a little bit of tactical espionage and explosives. It's the lamest description ever, but yeah, Crackdown. Plus badass manga artwork. Sweet. Then I got Sonic 3. I gotta do something about that light. This as well, considering this cost, I don't know, 14 quid, a bit pricey, but this was pretty much near mint as well and complete. Sonic 3, what can I say about Sonic 3? I loved it. Lots of people were really disappointed. However, don't want to sound like a newbie or a thick bastard or anything, but I didn't know that this and Sonic and Knuckles were supposed to be the same game, and that's kind of what apparently killed the success of this game. But I loved it. Magical Flying Hat Turbo Adventure, based on an anime, I believe. I don't know. I've never seen it. Well, there's got to be pictures of it. This game's amazing. Think Psycho Fox on the Master System, but well, better. It's a shame it never came out in the West, probably because they didn't want to license the anime, because in the West it was Decap Attack, and I've never played Decap Attack. I can't even say it. It's on my list of games to play, but it's just a shame because I've never played it. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's the better version. Then you got the Super Shinobi. This again was this was a launch title. This was one of the first games I had. This was one of those first games when you just went, holy shit, this system is something, you know, phenomenal. So much better than everything else in the ballpark right now. Plus again, if you can get the Japanese one, or just buy the Western one, because if you run it on a Japanese console, the Jap ROM will kick in, because you get to fight Spider-Man, Batman, Terminator, Rambo, a whole heap of unlicensed characters that never made it to the West. Got this for Christmas in 1991, Mercs. This game was badass, quite hard. Like he says, quite hard. I used to thrash the pants off this when I was a kid. It's only now that I'm getting old that I find it a little tricky. One of the first games as well, you get it all the time now with like remixes and stuff. One of the first games that had the arcade version, and pretty close it was too, and you also got like a whole complete, I don't mean like remix in the sense that it's just a little bit different, a whole complete other game as well. Then you got Spider-Man. Obviously everyone knows I absolutely love Spider-Man, so it was a no-brainer when this game came out that I bought it. Playing it now, it's not as good as I remember it. In fact, it's quite hard and there's a massive amount of flaws. Not to say it's a bad game, it's just tricky in parts. But the thing is, when you're full on web swing as fast as you can, we're talking Sonic speed, which is really, really impressive. I can never pronounce this. Wonder Boy 5, Monster World 3. I mean, what? No, we're getting sequel references in there. I'm having real trouble with this now, because I have completed it, but it's entirely in Japanese, and I'm playing it with a walkthrough. So God knows how I completed this when I was a kid, because you know there are RPG elements in it, and I can't understand a word it said. So you know, I guess 12-year-old Dave was like ninja or something. Shadow Dancer. Again, initially disappointed when I got this because I was expecting the arcade machine, which is what all other machines at the time, like the Atari. I was going to say Atari 2600, Atari 520 ST, Amiga 500, and the 8-bit home computers like Amstrad, Commodore Spectrum. They all got, to varying degrees, you know, depending on how good the hardware was, reasonable ports of the arcade. Thing is, I still really, really rate that game. Yeah, it's not as big as Shinobi, but it's still classic. You know, it's got the same gameplay mechanics as the arcade. You know, your dog and shit like that. But yeah, underrated gem. I really, really recommend that. Plus, it costs fuck all to buy. Also, on top of that, I have to say, when you go back and play Shinobi now, there are large chunks of that game where nothing happens. Then we got Space Harrier 2. As I said, Space Harrier 2, I swapped Rambo for you, and while you aren't bad, you certainly aren't the game Rambo is. Just a shame we never got a proper version of Space Harrier on the Megadrive, because Space Harrier is one of my favourite arcade machines of all time. And it's alright. I mean, the scaling effects, the Mega Drive's not really up for that, you know, but I can't knock it, it's alright. Here's the daddy again. I bought this in a shop in Bristol when I was a kid. This cost me a lot to get, but I had to get this. I think there's a sequel on the Saturn. Assault Suit Lanos. Like, think little mech dude running from left to right, and you've got 3 different types of gun, like a shrapnel cannon and a 3-way and a standard machine gun, and you just gun the crap out of everything. Very hard. Again, maybe that's just me being crap. Very hard. Also though, some of the best, I keep saying this, some of the best music you will hear on the system for sure. Then I got F1 Grand Prix, or as I used to say when I was a kid, because I was a thick bastard, F1 Grand Prix. Sounds like porn. Think top-down racer, not like Super Sprint, because you don't see all the track on the screen at once. I played it now and it's shit. I played it back in the day and I thought it was awesome, but I think part of that was the fact that I had a Japanese Mega Drive and no one else had one, period, because the Mega Drive wasn't even officially released, so they could have took a dump on the screen and I just would have gone, more and more 16-bit, yay! So terrible. Russell Law, blatant rip-off of the Hulkster there. ignore the spine, it's a bit sun damaged. I'm not a massive fan of wrestling. That's not to say I hate it. You know, I'm not bashing wrestling fans. You know, don't be hating on me. It was just never for me. But there's only 2 wrestling games I like. This, which is, I think it's absolutely phenomenal. Again, I thought it'd be arcade perfect. There's that word again, all those words again, and it wasn't. It does a very, you know, reasonable job of representing it, because the arcade Amish machine, the arcade machine is amazing. But this is pretty shit up. Proper button basher, yo. I can't talk for shit in this. Then you got the Daddy Strider. I mean, this is like 1989, and this still to this day is one of the best looking Mega Drive games ever. It's like, it's phenomenal. I'm gonna go there. Pretty sure it's arcade perfect. Plus badass artwork. I mean, why did they not use this artwork in the West? Have you seen the cover of Strider in the West? Shit. And plus, this was an argument settler. I remember when I was at school and all my mates had Atari 520 STs and I had Amiga A500s, and they were like, look at this, we're so much better than you, we got a keyboard, you can't do shit, even though they never programmed or anything like that. And they're like, our machine's better than yours. And I remember this came out and they were all playing Stride, and I just went, look, and pretty much they were forced to concede the fact that my machine kicked the balls out of theirs. Mickey Mouse, Castle of Illusion. It's funny because you play this now and you think it's really, really slow and sedated. Graphically, it's amazing, you know, as you'd expect from Disney. Plus, this was kind of my first experience with Disney on a home console, because the NES was never really big in my old school gaming. So obviously, because there were Disney titles on that. So this was my first experience with Disney. It was just, wow, Disney, yeah, you know, they bought it. Graphically, the music is awesome. But yeah, very slow. But I think that's probably because after this came Sonic and that set the standard. But all I remember was that this at the time just utterly blew my tits off. Fantastic. I spent so much time on that game after school. Golden Axe. Oh, what can I say about Golden Axe? I remember I didn't even have a Mega Drive. I was still saving up with various part-time jobs when I was a kid, like washing up in a pub and newspaper around and stuff like that. And I remember having the Mean Machine's big console book, the red one. There were 3 of them, right? Yellow, a red, and a blue one. This was just before Mean Machines came out as a magazine, and after, you know, it was a little section in CVG. And I just remember reading all these reviews, and I was driving to Devon in a car with my dad, and I just kept reading this review over and over again. I think this is the game that coined the phrase arcade perfect. It ain't, but it is a pretty damn close representation. I still actually think the Master System version was pretty shit on. Absolutely fantastic game. What can I say about Golden Axe apart from win? Gynoog? I don't even know how you pronounce it. Side-scrolling shooter, kind of macabre, like, you know, and mythical, and balls hard, balls hard. I think I just bought it at the time because I remember reading it in the magazine and looking at this going like, oh, it's gross. Gotta have some of that. I can't pronounce this. Darius 2. Side-scrolling shoot 'em up by Tato. Absolutely balls hard again. Absolutely love it. I mean, it's fish based. I just made it sound terrible. It's a really good game. It's robot fish based. I think in the arcade it was a 3-screen machine, kind of like Ninja Warriors, that I have knocking over there on the PC Engine somewhere. Shame I can't play it. Good game though. If you love shooters, I'm not going to say shmups. If you love shooters, check it out for sure. They got eSWAT. Another great example. Actually, I bought this in a shop in Bristol. Again, I think it's the same place I bought Assault Suit Lenos. And I think that's a guy who draws for 2000 AD. And outside of the United Kingdom, that's a British comic that's been running since way back in the day. Like, kind of like a side shooter in the vein of Robocop arcade, you know. Again, absolutely love this game, brilliant. But I remember when I played it, I was kind of disappointed in the sense that I was expecting the arcade machine, and I never got it. The arcade machine's epic, by the way. If you get a chance to play it, play it. But this is still pretty, you know, pretty good. Fumbling around behind me. Sounds like prison shower, doesn't it? Rambo 3. Bought this in a shop in Weston-Super-Mare on my birthday in 1989. I want to say the in-shops. I can't remember that's what it's called. If you're watching this, Snestastic, where the cinema is now, didn't there used to be like you know, like that kind of little centre bit there? I don't even know that is the centre, but there's a toy shop there now as well, I think. But didn't there used to be like an in-shops there or something? All I know is they sold, I'm waffling, they sold Japanese Mega Drive games, and I got this on my birthday. My mum took me there for a treat. We had fish and chips, win-win, and I bought this. And one of the biggest fuck-ups I ever did was I traded this against Space Harrier 2. Because way back in the day, in the back of magazines, you had like a list of games and what they were worth against other games, and then you mail it away and trade it. And like a plum, I traded that against Space Harrier 2. To this day, I've always regretted it, but it doesn't matter now because obviously I got them both. Batman. Love the little weird reverse mini case. I don't know if that's because they read from right to left. I think this is the only case like its kind on the Mega Drive. This is an absolutely phenomenal game. Brilliant, looks fantastic. The music, here he goes again. Actually, you know what? Best music on the Mega Drive for sure. Best music on the Mega Drive for sure. Funny story about this, what really pissed me off was this was supposed to come in boxed with my import Mega Drive when I first bought it. And for some reason, I never got it. I got a copy of Rastan Saga 2. Rastan Saga 2. Shit, I completely forgot about that game. Scratch 5 games, 6 games I gotta get now. I completely forgot I had Rastan Saga 2. Wow. I'm an idiot. By no means a bad game. Rastan Saga 2 had really cool acoustic, like guitar music. But yeah, I remember I loved it, but I was really pissed off, and I wrote to them and said, "Where's my copy of Batman, you bitches?" Actually, no, I didn't say that because I was 12. I just said, "Where's my copy of Batman?" And they're like, "You'll get it, you'll get it, you'll get it," and I never got it. And yeah, so I did eventually buy it. It's amazing. The only thing I would say about this, which I guess is a gripe, and I had the same gripe back in the day, is while the side-scrolling sections is a side-scroller, yeah. Think Shinobi with gadgets and shit. Well, it's Batman, isn't it? Shinobi with gadgets and shit. Awesome. But the driving sequences, while very good, and pretty much shoot 'em up sections they are like side from left to right, whereas I was always a little bit jealous because the driving and flying sections on the Amiga version were just like, think Outrun with Batman stuff. So you know, I can't complain because it's still one of my favourite games on the system. But yeah, that's just me whining. I think that's it. That is it. Fumbling around behind again. Yeah, so that's my Japanese Mega Drive collection to date. Obviously, I've got 6 more to get, and I can't believe I forgot about Rastan Saga. Right, I've got to do this really quick because my battery's about to die, and the light's going to be terrible, so sorry about that. Marvel Universe collection. Scarlet Spider, factory error by the way, the base says Doctor Strange. Spider-Man 2099, House of M, Spider-Man, regular Spider-Man, Spider-Woman in the proper badass costume, Green Goblin, Bucky, vintage Captain America, Doctor Doom, Thor, badass figure that. Right, this isn't Marvel Universe, this is Captain America movie figures, but I really like this. US Agent, again Captain America movie figure, Captain Britain, Bullseye, Devil's Toys UK 2 sent me that. Dude, I still have your package over there sealed. I'm just, what can I say, I'm so bad at getting packages in. I'll definitely pull my thumb up my ass and get that to you. Punisher, that was a trade with David Lee T. Cable Baby Hope, Apocalypse, Falcon, Doctor Strange, really cool figure, and I checked, it doesn't have the Scarlet Spider's base. Gladiator, Jiminy Cyclops, first appearance Wolverine, check it out, he's got whiskers on his costume. World War Hulk, probably up there for my favourite figure. Spare Cable Baby Hope, I don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet. And Scar, I do have a couple of spares, but what can I say? They're promised to people. Again, I've just been really crap at mailing them out. So there you go, that was my Japanese Mega Drive collection to date, and my Marvel Universe collection to date. So to you guys who PM me, there you go, thank you very much for PMing me. I'll probably give you a shout out in an upcoming video. So anyway guys, I'll see you later.